What's going on, guys? This is the Movie Idiot here, and I'm going to do a special video. This video is going to be the top 5 worst characters in movies and TV. Now, I will tell you right now, most of mine are from movies, specifically. The criteria for this video is going to be very simple. It is characters in movies or TV, but like I said, most of it will be movies, where the character is portrayed as a good guy or a good person, but in actuality, they are the worst. Like, the worst, terrible bad. And we're going to start with number 5. We're going to jump right into it here. So number 5 on my list of the worst characters in TVs and movies, and mostly movies again. And that is, number 5, Tony Stark. We're going to start with Mr. Stark here. Tony Stark is a hero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but in all actuality, he's an awful person. Let's start with the way he treats people in general. You could look at examples like Iron Man 3, where he literally calls the little kid a pussy, and he makes him go make him a sandwich and treats him like shit the whole entire time. Or you could talk about how he's treated Pepper Potts through most of this. I know it ended well, but the way it started and the way he was treating Pepper Potts, awful. The way he treated Happy Hogan, awful. The way he's treated a lot of his employees and just people in general, awful. He, is doing that interview with that reporter in Iron Man 1, treats her like just some girl he's gonna do. Awful. Not a good dude. And yet, he is portrayed as this great hero. This dude was a piece of shit. He really was in life. He was not a good person. And even when he was good, he wasn't that good. He still was condescending, sarcastic, mean, terrible to everybody. And I'm a huge Tony Stark fan, mind you. But I can't not admit that, this guy is just bad. He's just mean. He's awful to people. Terrible. And that's what makes Tony Stark my number 5 worst character in movies right now. We're going to go to number 4. Number 4 worst character in movies is, and I might get some flack for this one, Batman. Batman is the number 4 worst character in movies. Now, why would Batman, of all people, be the number 4 worst character? Well, let me tell you. First of all, Batman has this no-kill policy. Except if you're a henchman or just somebody who happens to be around when he's blowing shit up. Batman kills all the time. He kills henchmen. And you can't tell me that a lot of the collateral damage of him exploding cars and shooting full-on heavy arsenal machine guns all over the place. You're telling me that there's no collateral damage with that? There's nobody getting killed there? I'm sorry, I disagree. He's a killer. He kills, whether people want to admit that or not. Then, on top of that, this dude is literally taking money from his company to be a vigilante. If people did this in the real world today, that would be a big deal. That's not it's a no mas bueno. He bankrupts his entire company, basically, so he can go out there and be Batman. Not a good look. And finally, and the biggest and worst part of Batman is this one. He takes a 10-year-old boy and dresses him up in a colorful outfit so everybody can see him really easy, hands him a stick and or sword and some throwing knives, and tells him to go fight mobsters with machine guns and bazookas and all sorts of stuff. That is basically child abuse. Batman, and again, I love me some Batman, but there is no denying that Batman is definitely one of the worst characters and worst people in movie history. So there we go, Batman, number 4. Let's move on to character number 3. Character number 3 in the worst characters in movie and TV history is Elsa from Frozen. Elsa. Now, Elsa, again, portrayed as the hero at the end of Frozen, but in reality, none of that would have been an issue had she not gone cuckoo and frozen her whole town anyway. She went and had a total freak out and was literally the villain of her film and then became the hero later. She was self-absorbed. She, like, literally, again, just she was the villain. She's the reason everything started badly, and then just because she came in and fixed it at the end, it's supposed to be okay. They should have drove her ass out of town. Like, really? You started this. She's the bad guy. And yet, portrayed as the hero at the end. Elsa being my number 4. Number 3. Number 3, worst character in movie and TV. Where was I? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Number 2. Here we go. Number 2, worst character in movie and TV history. Rose from Titanic. I have never liked her. Ever. I've never liked Rose from Titanic. She is got to be the most self-absorbed, self-centered, egotistical, terrible people. And it really comes down to 2 moments that make her the worst, but she's already not great in that regard. And then on top of it, you get the two, not just 1, 2 of the worst moments in movie character history, so to speak. 1, the diamond at the end. She has this diamond that's priceless, worth millions, if not billions of dollars, and just drops it off the boat so nobody will ever find it. She could have literally fed 3 countries with that. Literally done that. Instead, too bad. So sad. Terrible. Terrible person. And of course, lest we not forget, there was room on the fucking door. There was room on the door. Jack didn't have to die. Don't let go, Jack. She's shoving him off the door. Don't let go. Oh, he's gone. Tough. Oh, well. Yeah. There was room on the door. You were awful. She is a terrible character. Period. End of story. Rose, the number 2 worst character in TV movie history. I got a couple of honorable mentions before we get to number 1. This is my one that I did have from TV. And that is going to be Sheldon from Big Bang. Honorable mention. Sheldon's just awful to his friends all the time. Just a real douche. And again, arrogant, self-centered, everything's about him, treats his friends like garbage, and yet he's supposed to be this likable, lovable character. I'm sorry? Terrible, terrible. But not as terrible as the people I've mentioned before. And the other honorable mention is going to be Star-Lord from the MCU as well. Again, this guy, super egotistical, very insecure, treats his crew like crap, except for Gamora, of course, because he's trying to get in her pants. Star-Lord, really bad. And on top of it, if you look at Infinity War, they had Thanos beat. And if it wasn't for this idiot, you know, half the universe didn't have to die. And it's on him, on Star-Lord. So another honorable mention. But that brings us to the worst character in movie and TV history. And this one, in my opinion, is a no-brainer. A no-brainer. The worst character in TV and movie history is, drumroll please, Jenny from Forrest Gump. She epitomizes the worst. Just awful. Pretends and toys with a man's emotions and makes him, he is obviously head over heels in love with this woman, and all she does is use him over and over and over again. She only shows up when she needs something. She literally drops her kid off on their kid, I should say. And we don't even know if it's his kid. Probably his kid, but we don't know for sure. But drops the kid off on him and then dies. Now, I mean, granted, she can't help that she died, but like she knew she was dying and didn't call him until she was dying. If she wasn't dying, would she have even called him? Would she have even? Nope, probably not. But she knew she was dying. She needed somebody to take care of the kid. I know, I'll call good old Forrest because he's always there and I can use him. She has manipulated this dude who's just an amazing person, and she's manipulated him his whole life. His whole life. She manipulated him and used him, and she is just the worst, in my opinion. The worst person, the worst character in movie history, because she, again, is portrayed to be, oh, this, character. No, she is awful. Awful. The worst. Jenny Gump. The worst character in TV and movie history. Well, that's it. That's my top 5 worst characters in TV and movie history. What do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know if you guys got some better characters who you might think are worse than this. Yes, I am not going to even edit this shit. I don't care. I do these videos like they're live anyway. So let me know in the comments below. Do you guys agree with my list? Do you not? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Or you can always comment streamlabs.com/movieidiot. That way you support the channel through the tip link. And also don't forget, of course, to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Make sure you share, follow, all that things. I am the Movie Idiot. Thank you guys for checking this video out, and I will catch you all Fridays, of course, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for the Movie Idiot Show. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you later. Peace.